Oh, this is a disturbing one. A young mother was at home by herself with her two children when she saw what she thought was someone attempting to break into her home. She left her two 8-month-old twins in the house as she escaped due to fear. She ran to a neighbor's, and from there, she was able to call the police. The police arrive and they find out the dude that she saw was actually a maintenance man who was going to do some work to the home next door. Again, she saw the dude and she thought he was breaking in, and she left her children at home. Her husband gets home later that evening and he is very upset because she left the children. She is upset with him for not understanding the traumatic event that she has gone through. Hero, I'm going to let you unpack this first.
There's a lot of angles you can take here, and you can take an angle and perspective of if you plan to prepare, you prepare to fail. Hey, I got two twins and a mother who is by all intents and purposes defenseless. A few Ring camera lights go a long way. $65 to install, 13 bucks to keep it on the server. Easily you could see anybody coming from a mile away. Let's take this a step further. Let's talk about postpartum depression and postpartum trauma. This is something that if you're a woman, you experience after pregnancy where you might not have your child's best interest at heart. It's a psychological disorder, it's a psychological and traumatic situation where they don't
Mm.
feel like Shake over here folding his arm and shaking his head like he had a baby in him for 9 months after all that goddamn cheating he was just advocating for. But let me continue. Now, let me continue to ride on this. No,
I didn't even say nothing.
but with all this being said, she ran out of there, but she didn't continue to run. She ran to the nearest safe zone and asked for help. That help that was going to get help that would eventually secure and find out that what was going on in the inside. You can obviously point the finger here, but in a situation where you're asking a woman to do the one thing she wasn't designed to do, protect, that's a man's job based on all metrics of an alpha male and all the skills you want to use. So with that being said, she ran. You want to know the best part about it? She could make another one if she wanted. But if she's gone, that's the end of it. Yeah, I went there, Shake. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
that's the
waiting on
farthest
this
I've
Robbery
ever
check to
made
hit
it.
you with that down vote. That's what I'm waiting for.
Hey,
Wow.
I'm just telling facts how it is.
Oh, we try to win now. We just saying things now. Oh, we just try to win. So that's first of all, if I was her husband or the baby father, I'm thinking immediately to myself, right after I make sure my kids are safe, I have put two kids into the wrong woman. Right? To me, and that's why I looked at you crazy. I get postpartum depression. I understand it as like I
You
watched
don't
someone
understand
very
it.
close to me. Oh, will you let me finish? When I say I
Okay.
understand what it is, I watched someone very close to me, right, deal with it, right? But at no point in that would I ever expect her to leave the two kids in the house, regardless of situation, right? So that was my first question of like, whoa, like this is not. I don't. As terrible as it sounds, I would question how fit she is as a mother because to leave that's to me that's not mother like to leave the children, right? I honestly expected way more to be a father in my eyes, right? Of doing that. Whether she could actually have defended it, that goes against, for the most part, even in the animal kingdom, what human beings are at our core, animals. And 80% of children that are raised with their parent will do whatever it takes to keep their progeny moving forward. And I understand you said, yes, she went to a nearest safety, but the kids was still potentially unsafe. It just so happened that it was nothing. But what if it was a fire, or what if it was actually someone here for the kids? And she legitimately chose her life over her kids. Oh shit, my kids! Like
And then
I
got
can
upset with
you
the father.
And she
No.
can't make new kids. You can't make new more of those kids. Those kids, when those kids are gone, you can't make no more. I can get a new wife. I can get a new wife easy.
I'm confused why you don't think you can make
But
more
if like,
kids.
I mean, my swimmers work, bro. Right?
Okay. I mean, so the reason,
So, like, you can't make new kids, right? So if that situation actually goes left, right, and those 2 8-month-olds die, right? You can't. You just said she can make new kids. That's what you said earlier. She can't. She can make a new child, but she can't make new one of those kids, whatever those kids' names are. That's my problem, right? That's why it's messed up to me. Those are lost. Those children are lost and never coming back.
Okay, and I'll yield to those. Daquan and Shakita aren't coming back, but you can make Lakita and Darica. Wow. You feel me? So like I hear you, but I'm not about to sit here and say that because you know what? Because let's keep it real. And you talk about the animal kingdom and how they're built and designed to do this. Hey, the headline will come and take out the weakest cubs. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen to keep the pride moving forward.
Right.
Too many mouths to feed. So let's take this a step further. If it was a fire, okay, she can't put out a fire. We could test her competency. She had no idea what was going on. The illusion of fear is something that a lot of people say they understand until it's in their face. We've seen countless times people who are armed and can take down an active shooter hide behind cover. So even the most prepared minds can't even handle what they see coming. So with that being said, for her not to understand what was coming after her and running is the only reason why I lend myself to her. But hey, I'm not about to sit here and debate whether a person who was running for their life should have stopped, because we got grown-ass men called cops who will shoot somebody who has their hand in the air and be dead afraid. You feel me? So I'm not about to fight that.
I got to give you some credit, because normally I'm the one who's going to say like the inhumane thing. And you went out there on this limb of like, if you're going to go with Animal Kingdom, well, right, sometimes 8-month-olds got to go. And I was like, I got to give you some more votes.
I saw the animal version of bringing a baby to the house. The little bird that brings the baby. I literally saw one kick one out the nest. It was like, I can't feed all 3 of y'all. And it let one go. And I was like, you bring the babies home and you let it go. Like, yo,